Hi guys, it's been a while, so this is my first sales update in about 2 months. So yeah, welcome back to the garage. It's been very car boot heavy recently on the channel, so I thought it's about time that I did a sales update. It's been a very successful weekend selling on eBay. We've got 21 orders going out the door, 7 of which aren't shoes, and the rest are all shoe sales. So if you're not into shoe sales, then you probably leave the video now, click off it, go on something else. But if you're into the shoe sales and you enjoy the concept of flipping shoes, buying from vintage, car boot sales, whatever, and selling on eBay for a profit, then stay tuned. Got loads of shoe sales and also got loads of other sales to go through. But anyway, let's get into the video and see what's sold. So before I get into the sales, just wanted to go over the garage. So last week I spent the whole week pretty much just prepping the garage and really tidying it up, organising it a little bit more, putting boxes where they should be. Got all the boxes down here in this box full of boxes. Got some more extra boxes there. I've decided to make this side of the garage the sort of everything stock side, and then we come over here and we've got about 18 or 19 boxes which are completely full of shoes. You've got the big 84 litre ones there, and then the below, I think they're 64 litre, and then there's a few of the sort of like 35 litre ones. These are all completely full of shoes. So as you can see, it's going a little bit shoe mad at the moment, but it's definitely paying off. I know I seem like a massive shoe hoarder right now, but that's what needs to be done to make the sort of consistent sales. So I'm glad it's paying off. As for the everything stock, we've got a little bundle here of sales that have gone out this weekend. Nothing too amazing, of course. Like I always say, the car boots are really good. I have had some bangers this season at the car boot, but I'd say the majority of my big sales do come from like vintage and stuff these days, so it is a little bit different. But as you see in the car boot videos, there's still plenty of stock to go around. It's just more the sort of like bread and butter type items, you know, sort of like pound into 20, pound into 10, sort of those sort of flips. But of course I do depend mainly on vintage right now for my majority of stock. As you can see by like shoes like this, we've got the Converse there in boxes, Merrells, got these Vans here. I'm just going to quickly show you these, little sneak peek. I haven't sold them yet, but it's definitely the season, so if you ever see any of these, do pick them up. These are the Exorcist House of Terror Vans. How cool are they? Almost like brand new. So I paid 15 for these ones on Vinted, and that's the thing with Vinted, you do need to pay up a little bit. That's £15 plus the fees, so I think it came just under £19. But these ones I've got listed on eBay for 95, and hopefully they should sell for that come the Halloween season. But yeah, so like I said, let's get into the everything sales and we'll go from there. So I'm just going to mount the camera somewhere over here. It's a nice gloomy day outside, so hopefully the lighting's good enough. I'll try and get the lights on me. I do have a light in the garage, but I don't turn that on because it flickers. I've probably said that in videos in the past, but yeah, there we go. Hopefully that's good enough for you guys. Right, we'll start with this one here. We've got the Enid Blyton book bundle. I don't sell many books, but these ones here, I think I paid like £2.50 for at the car boot ages and ages ago. Put them off listing, don't know why. They stayed in my little death pile down there for like 6 months. I picked them up recently, stuck them on eBay, and yeah, they sold about a month later. They've only sold for £12.99, so not a lot of profit, but that's just the way it is. As you'll see with a lot of these items, the profit isn't massive, but they are the sort of bread and butter items. Like I said, only paying sort of £1 and selling for like a tenner or something, but whatever. I actually got Manny and this M&M plush in a recent car boot video from the same stall. I think I paid £1 each. That one there sold for £9.99, and Manny the plush has sold for £9. So once again, with free postage on both of them, not a lot of profit, but gets them gone and definitely clears a lot of space, as you can see. Got this Sprite double-sided bucket hat. So this one here, paid £1 for this with a feeler bucket hat. You will see it in an upcoming car boot video, but that's going to come out sometime in the future. I don't know when. Pretty cool hat. It is only Primark, so can you believe it? I'm actually selling Primark clothing. Yeah, paid £1 and that sold for £14. So a little bit of profit. The feeler one, I believe, sold for £19.99. So £2 for both hats and an easy £35 in sales. Next one along, we got Mario Kart, so I paid 50p for that at the car boot. Had a wheel laying around in the garage, so I bundled it with the game, and they have sold for £13 together. So once again, with free postage, probably looking at like £5 to £7 sort of profit overall. Not much at all, but gets it gone, gets a little bit of money in my pocket. And then coming over here, got these 661 knee pads. So last week, in my porch, I had this bag that's been sitting there for ages and ages. Had loads of bags in it, but right at the bottom were these pads. And I think I paid about £5 at the car boot about a year and a half ago. Left them in this bag and just completely forgot about them. They were right at the bottom of the bag. There was another bag on top. Had no idea they were there. And literally just went rummaging around that bag the other day. Found these pads. Stuck them on eBay for £35. Last night got a £30 offer. Straight away took that, £30. And yeah, so I want to say I paid a £5, but maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, £5 into 30, not too bad at all. Especially for something that was just sitting there and I had no idea about.
Father, 10 people are trapped.
Alright, so it gets even better. So the other day we went to the tip, or the dump, whatever you guys want to call it, and yeah, just started dumping a load of stuff in the big metal bins they've got. I literally went to tip my stuff in, and right in front of me, it was meant to be, there was Thunderbird 5, Thunderbird 2, the little yellow one, I think that's Thunderbird 4, I think it is, which goes with the number 2, a few Captain Scarlet toys, Action Men, and there was one of those Biker Mice from Mars toys as well, from like the 80s or 90s. Of course, I dumped my stuff, saw them, couldn't leave them in this bin, going to landfill, picked them out, and this was one of them. So this little Thunderbird 5...
Time's running out, Father.
Still fully working, it's got the batteries in it, really nice condition. Picked it out straight away, put it in my pocket, and that has sold for £21.99. So literally free money. You could call it stealing, but that was going to go in landfill and no one would know any different. So I thought I'd just take it out. There is actually a dump shop at that place, but obviously these people decided just to throw the stuff straight in the bin and not donate it. Luckily I was there, right place, right time, and made a nice 20 quid. So that's it for the everything stock of sales. Nothing crazy, as you can see. Recently I have had some really good sales, non-shoe related. I sold the Pokemon game with the case for £90. That was one of the highlights from a car boot video. Also sold that Dickies tool belt harness thingy. That went for £115. So yeah, things are definitely selling. I'm just not really making the videos right now, just because I've got too much on my plate, really. Car boot videos are good enough. I can get the car boot videos done, but other than that, coming in the garage and actually filming stuff takes a lot of time out of my day. So I just like to get the stuff listed, get it sold, get it posted, and then crack on with the next lot of stock. So I'll get this stuff packaged and I'll come back to you in a bit. Okay, so that's all the parcels packed. We've got 7 here. That's all the everything stuff. It didn't take long to pack. All I've done with the plush ones is just wrap them in pretty much a poly bag within a poly bag, as you can see there. And then got the books there. I just used this brown paper here just to wrap the books up and anything else. Got a small little box for that Thunderbird, put it in that one. Pretty much just a little poly bag for that little bucket hat. And yeah, poly bag for those knee pads as well. None of it's going to get broken, and if you are starting this reselling sort of thing, do try and invest in some poly bags. As you can see, they're very, very handy. Just wanted to say, if you are watching this and you enjoy what you see, I do usually do car boot videos mainly in the summer because that's when car boots are on. This past weekend that's just gone, didn't hit any car boots at all. It was raining Saturday morning, Sunday morning. So yeah, the car boots were both cancelled. So as the months go more into like the winter months, then car boots definitely slow down, which means less videos for you guys. But I'll try and keep the videos going with sort of these sales videos. If you are enjoying what you see, please do subscribe to the channel. My overall goal this year is to hit 25,000 subscribers. We're just approaching 23,000, so I need another 2,000 subs. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please do just go and hit that subscribe button. It really means the world to me. So we've now got to tackle these boxes here, which are all full of shoes. We've got 14 going out today, so pretty crazy. And as you know, shoes are now definitely my sort of main money maker. Right, so I'm just going to put all these parcels on the floor over here. Whoops, nearly dropped my poster, which I still need to hang on the wall somewhere. I wonder if it will stay there. There you go, it can stay there for now. Let's get all these on the floor. I've got to say, it's so nice having a tidy garage. I finally listed Biscuit the dog. That has been sat here for about 3 or 4 months, unlisted. Finally listed it, got a load of interest. Hasn't sold yet, but hopefully soon. Still need to list that Hoover. I picked that up about a month ago. As you can see, I've got a habit of picking up big, bulky items and never listing them. It's just part of the game. It's just what happens. Right, got this box down here, which is full of car boot stock, which I still need to list. Got that at the car boot the other day. Paid a £5 for that. Should sell for around 30-40 quid. Some little army men. Paid £1, I think, or £2 for the 2 boxes. Again, some money in there. Right. So as you can see, shoes galore. It's going a little bit mad. These ones here have sold, so let's stick them over there. So if you guys aren't, what I definitely recommend doing, I'm just going to show you on the screen now. So there's a custom label, as you can see there, it says 26. That is the SKU code. So when you come to make the listing on eBay, make sure you put the SKU code in the listing. That will then line up with where it is in these boxes. So I've put 26 for those New Balances, which means they are somewhere in this box here. If I didn't do that, somehow I've got to find a single pair of shoes in about 200 pairs, which is pretty hard to do. So anyway, I'm just going to mount you over here somewhere. Let me just say how nice that looks sitting on the wall. I should have done that ages ago. Makeshift camera mount. Got the Hoover box here. That can go there. Hopefully that does the job. So, box 26. So do always check the sizes. Like I've currently got 2 identical pairs of New Balances. One's a size 7.5, one is a 10.5. The size 10.5 are the ones that sold. Obviously, I'm not going to package the 2 together because that'll be very silly. Yeah, we've got the 2 10.5s. There we go, these 327s here. I'm not going to show the shoes in any particular order. I'm just going to pick the order, show you guys how much it sold for, and just go from there. I'm in a little bit of a rush this morning, so just trying to get stuff done. So, very common on this channel, 327s. They've sold for £65. I did only pay £10 on Vinted, so not much at all. By the way, when I say £10 on Vinted, that is not including the fees. So always add on like £4 pretty much for the fees on top. So about £14 all in, but selling for £65 on eBay. Not too shabby at all. There we go. Got the light shining on you guys as well now, so hopefully you can actually see the shoes a bit clearer. Got these Sambas here. Once again, you guys know very much about these. I show them all the time on the channel, or used to, when I was making sales videos. These ones here have sold for £44.99. And once again, I think I paid up a little bit, maybe about £12 on Vinted, so a little bit higher, probably about £16 all in. Another thing I try and do, if I've got box 26 out, I'll scan through all the other orders to make sure there's no other shoes in that same box. It's such a pain putting the box away, having to get it out again because there's another pair of shoes that I've missed right at the bottom of the box. It's always the way, but oh yeah, here we go. One more pair in this box. Adidas Gazelles. They are the Cordura version, so pretty much brand new. I remember getting these on Vinted, absolute bargain. Pretty sure I paid about £10 for these. Absolutely wild. As you can see, the bargains you get on Vinted are just insane. So these ones I had on eBay for quite a while, probably about 2 or 3 months, aiming really high because the condition is pretty much like brand new. I can't remember who, but somebody in the comments on a previous video said that Gazelles are going to shoot up in price because of the whole Oasis reunion. I don't know if that's true or not, but I have been selling quite a few Gazelles. Yeah, so got 60 quid for these ones. Pretty happy with that. Probably going to get a load of hate for this, but I think that Oasis are a massively overrated band. Just my opinion. Don't hate. Alright, I think that's it for box 26. Another thing, whilst 26 is out, I've got tucked up in the corner behind here, box 10. So, grab box 10 out. I'm pretty sure there's a few pairs of shoes inside this box. There's one already. Sold these late last night. These are a pair of New Balance Minimus. So they're actually from 2013, so they're pretty old. But if you look at the condition, hardly worn at all. So these are like barefoot running trainers. And once again, if you've seen it in my videos, I go over these quite a few times. Anything barefoot, just aim super high. Barefoot running is really in at the moment. I don't know why. I tried running on the beach the other day and absolutely killed my legs. I did a 5K. If any of you guys are near me, did a 5K on Bracklesham Beach. And yeah, literally barefoot running. The next week or so after, my legs absolutely killed, all the way up to like my hips. Literally killed myself. At the time it felt fine, but just running that 5K just killed me. So I can see why people want to wear sort of barefoot shoes. You get that sort of natural feel, but obviously without the sort of lasting pain for a week after like I had. Here we go, similar to the ones that I just showed, sort of barefoot running trainers. These are Bare XF, so I think they are still made for barefoot running. These are the brand Innovate, another one to look out for. I paid probably about £10 for these ones. They've only sold for £32.99, so not a lot of profit, but still pretty good. And I think that is it for this box. Yep, none of these have sold. I'll just quickly show you these whilst I've got them in my hands. How cool are these? Princess Peach Vans. Paid £10 for these on Vinted. I just thought I'll show you guys. There you go, game over. If any of you want stuff, I'll try and put the link to my shop in the description. I don't usually do this, but I think it's about time that I probably shared my shop. Just by searching the solds on eBay, you can usually find my shop. I think it's about time I actually shared the link in the description. There is a reason I do it. It's just to, obviously doing YouTube attracts a lot of weirdos, and you do get a few weird messages, a few weird offers, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't like to share it too much, but whatever. People want to find me, they're going to find me anyway. That's the way I see it these days. Just getting all these notifications through from InPost. I've got a few to pick up later on. Got 2 so far, so happy days. Obviously, because I missed the car boots this weekend, I've just been on Vinted sniping so many shoes. Proof's in the pudding though, literally, like, you know, I've already made like a decent amount of profit here just from these shoe sales so far, and there's a lot more to go. Right, let's go into the next one. Box 25. I did try and put the boxes in order once upon a time, but then I started mixing them all around, and as you can see, it's not a nice neat 1 to like 15. It's just like random numbers all over the show, but it does the job. All you need is the number really, and that's all you need to find the shoes. All right, next one's up. I really need to turn notifications off, because as soon as I get one notification, I get like an email, I get the Vinted notification, I get a text, I get the actual app notification from InPost itself. So that's 4 different notifications just to say there's 1 pair of shoes. Right, I wouldn't have usually gone for these because they were pre-owned. I usually only like to buy Skechers if they're sort of like brand new or near enough new. But the condition of these ones is pretty good. I paid £5, got free postage on Vinted, so not a lot at all. And they sold within the week for £28 exactly. Not too bad, probably had them up for about 30. Somebody sent me 28. Happy days. Right, so we're on box 25 now. Let's see what else is in here. Got a pair of Pegasus Trails somewhere in this box. Another funky one for you guys. Have a look at that. Makes me laugh every time I pick these up because I just think, who would wear these? But of course there's people out there, probably a few of you guys watching this would actually wear them. Got 8 centimeters on the sole there, but they do sell well, so make sure you pick them up if you see them. Got a pair of Gore-Tex Nike Trail Pegasus 3s or 4s. Trail Free Gore-Tex, there we go. So pretty nice condition, not in amazing condition, pretty worn on the soles down here, pretty thin, you can kind of feel it pushing in a little bit and flexing quite easily. They've still sold for £35 though, so not a bad sale at all. Brought these on quite a while ago. I can't remember exactly how much I paid, but I want to say between £7 and £10. Right, so we're on box 25. What else have we got? So we've got 2 pairs from it already. Anything else in here? Yes, there is 1 other pair. Sticking to the sort of black gazelles, similar to the ones there. Obviously these ones here have the sort of gold detailing on them. These ones are just triple black. Mono, I think is the proper way to call it. So like mono black, triple black. Yeah, once again, almost brand new. Paid 15 at the car boot. I think you would have seen it in my last car boot video. She had them up for 20, offered her 15, and she took that straight away. £15 at the car boot, so no extra fees on top, just 15 cash. And they've sold for $46.99 on eBay. So once again, all my listings have free postage. So once you take away the £15, take away the postage, take away the eBay fees, looking in somewhere ballpark figure of sort of like £20 to £25 overall profit, which is what I aim for all the time. If I can sell 3 or 4 pairs of shoes a day with that sort of profit, then I'm a happy man. Right, got box 16 up there. I'm just going to have a look, see if I've got any more in box 16, because I don't want to have to put that in front of it and have to move it once again. Honestly, Monday mornings are absolutely crazy like this. I'm sure you guys understand. I usually post Friday morning, so I've then got the Friday afternoon orders, Saturday, Sunday. If it's crazy busy on all 3 of those days, then Monday morning is wild. And trying to film a video as well, it all adds to that and makes it an absolutely crazy sort of day. But that's all part of the game, I guess. I feel like I owe you guys a good sales update. It's been a long time. Let's go to box 18 next. So down here. So first of all, we got these Dr. Martens here. These are platform vegan sort of red DMs. Got the nice side zip there. Paid £7.50 at the car boot. She had a pair of Converse and these ones. Paid 15 for the 2, so £7.50 all in. I was just about to lower the price on these because they had been listed on eBay for about 3 months, and somebody actually paid full price of $54.99, so I got that big sale in the end. They're not in the best condition. I mean, the zips all work fine, there's no like heavy rips or anything, but it's more like the insides just have those sort of like heel holes. You probably can't see it, but inside the heel there's that little hole on the heel. It's not really the end of the world if that happens. Shoes still sell. This is a classic example of that. If you find the right buyer, then happy days, you're going to get that sale in. Right, so box 18, any more in this box? Right, before I put it away, we've got box 4 right in the corner down there, so just have a look in that box. Got these Timberland boots, lovely condition. So yesterday I had 2 interested buyers on these. One person trying to get them for 40 quid, another person offered me like 45. I kept countering at like 47, 48. I really wanted to hold out a little bit because I knew I had something good in really good condition. In the shops, you're probably paying £100 plus for these ones. These here I got at the car boot for just £10, so absolute bargain straight off the bat. They are hardly worn at all. I remember the seller saying at the car boot that they are her dad's and that he hardly wore them at all, literally. So maybe like twice or something. So yeah, and I can actually believe that. There's hardly any wear to the soles, as you can see. These have sold for £54.99. So I had both those people interested in them yesterday. Both of them ended up declining my counter offer. And then a few hours later, after those 2 potential buyers trying to lowball me a little bit, somebody else paid full price of £54.99. So I don't know if that was eBay sort of pumping the item. I have heard sort of eBay myths in the past where it's like, if there's people actually fighting for your item, they will pump that item a little bit more in the search results. Maybe that's what's happened. And somebody else picked them off full price. So I don't know, but whatever. Really nice profit on those ones. Of course, just £10 paid at the car boot. Take away that, so that's £45. Take away postage, let's just say £5 because they're obviously quite heavy. So that's £40. eBay fees, probably another like, what's it going to be? 13% on £55. So I've lost track already, but probably an easy like £30 profit in these ones. Okay, so the next sale in box 28, which is this little one up here. Here we go. Didn't sit around long at all, these ones. So we got a pair of Echo Biome. I think I listed them last week sometime. They sat around for about 2 days. Somebody tried to get them for £40, had them up for 50. I think I counted at 45, and yep, they accepted. So yeah, £45 on eBay, and I paid just £7 on Vinted. So really nice, lovely sale there. Do be careful with Echoes. There are certain soles you need to look out for. So these ones here have like the strong sort of sturdy rubber sole, but there are a lot of Echoes which have the sort of, I want to say it's like a foam sort of comfort walking sole, but after a few years that starts to disintegrate, and if you just do a little bend test, it will crack just down there usually. It's just what happens on those sort of shoes. They're good when they're new, but then as soon as they've been wet and maybe stored in like the wrong place or something, the sole just cracks. So do keep an eye out on that. Next up, we've got box number 3, which is here. So this is mainly Converse shoes, as you can see. I'll just quickly show you. Got all types of Converse in here. Got Runstar Legacies, Runstar Hikes, got just basic blue ones there. Got the Digarcom, however you want to say it. Converse Plays. There we go, there's the ones that have sold. So these are actually Converse Chuck 70s, so they're a little bit different to the standard Converse high tops. Obviously they're the standard ones. Bit of a smaller sort of sole, not as robust. These ones sold on Saturday, so they look like basic Converse, but if you actually search the soles on these, and you search like buying them brand new, you're probably paying about 80, 90 quid. I don't know why, it's just, that's just the way they are. I paid just £10 on Vinted for pretty much brand new condition. Had a lowball offer yesterday of £25, and I had them up for £59.99. I then counted at sort of my best price I would do, which is £52. I think like 2 hours passed, and the buyer accepted £52, so managed to up his price 27 quid, which is pretty unheard of when it comes to counter offers on eBay. Got another pair there which are similar, but sort of that sort of design, as you can see, similar condition and everything. Yeah, hopefully they sell for a similar price. Just got to find the other one now, wherever that could be. Here we go, that's the one. Cool. So yeah, £52 they've sold for. So as you can see, the average sale price is really going up on the shoe sales right now. Obviously the buy price goes up as well with that, but it does balance itself out. The way I see it, it's no difference paying £2 at the car boot and selling it for £20. Instead I'm paying sort of £10 on Vinted and selling it for £45, £50. Yeah, all makes sense in my head. I'll just bring you into this box as well. As you can see, the Converse continues. Got even more Runstar Hikes here. Got some Toto 90s here, which you'll see in a upcoming car boot video at some point. Paid just £2 for them, absolute steal. I know I keep saying I'm going to give up with Toto 90s, but if you see them in this condition for £2 quid, you got to take that little gamble. Hopefully they don't break. Got some Flyknits there. The ones that have sold are actually these Decathlon Simons, or Simmons, however you want to pronounce that. Paid £2 at the car boot for these. They're size 12, so nice big men's size. There we go. Decathlon. You wouldn't usually think they sell, but climbing shoes, there is a good market for them, so it doesn't really matter on the brand. As long as you get the right sort of size and condition, people will still pay up for them. Yeah, £2 at the car boot, and they have sold for £30 on eBay, so absolute bargain. Had them up for 35, got a nice generous offer of 30, and sometimes you just got to remember about the buy price in this situation. Like, I'm not going to bother countering just to try and get a few extra quid out of this. If I paid just £2 and somebody's offered me 30 quid, happy days, you know. Fits the margin perfectly, it's exactly what I'm after, so I'm going to take that sale. Alright, I think we've just got one more pair of shoes to go. They're a little bit different, they're not actually shoes, they are rubber wellies, and they are in box 1, so just here. Got another pair of funky Vans there, I'll just show you. Haven't sold yet, but paid about a tenner for them, pretty cool. It's always a bit hit and miss with Vans. I seem to get them cheap. Sometimes they sell really well, sometimes they sit around for ages. The ones that have sold though today, a pair of Hunter wellies. Here we go. I think that is the last pair of shoes. Yeah, so as you can see, these are actually covered in sort of muddy stains. I've tried to get them out, but really can't. It's kind of like in the rubber a little bit. They are still waterproof, there's no cracking in the rubber. That's the main thing to look out for on these boots. These are actually made by Gates. So Gates of Scotland Hunters. Paid £10 on Vinted, and put them on yesterday on eBay, yesterday morning. Just did one listing yesterday. During the week I try and hit 10 a day if I can, and then it gets to the weekend and I just try and do whatever I can. So yeah, yesterday it ended up just being one listing. But that one listing was definitely worth it. Put them up for £55, and within about 20 minutes had about 3 watchers. So straight away up the price to £65, which I thought was fair. Bit cheeky of me, but you got to keep an eye on your items. Sometimes it's unexpected items like that which do sell for a little bit more money. I've seen better condition ones of that exact boot selling for near £100, so pretty crazy. As you can see, the tread's pretty good on these. I was fairly confident I'll get some good money for them. Decided to up the price £10. We went to the beach yesterday. On the way to the beach, they sold. So yesterday morning, literally about 45 minutes after I upped the price £10. So what actually ended up in my payout was £55. So upping that price by £10 has actually just paid for the eBay fees pretty much, which is a little bit brutal, but whatever. It's still £10 better off than I was before. All the shoe sales right here. I've got to get all this packaged up now. Not a bad weekend at all. I haven't actually worked out how much money I've actually made in sales, but as you can see, pretty good. I'm definitely not complaining. And I will say, a lot of you guys on Instagram are moaning about slow sales and stuff. Just find your niche and focus on it. Just find it and focus on it. That is all I can say. Find what sells, find what people want, go for the brands people want, and really focus on that thing. Put the time into trying to source the stock. Don't be stupid. Don't buy stuff that people don't want, and it will start to pay off. Like, this is the best my eBay has ever performed, and yeah, that's probably why the videos have slowed down a little bit. It's just one of them things, you know. I'm the breadwinner of this house. I've got to bring in the money by doing what I do, and yeah, right now eBay takes the lead over sort of YouTube. But I definitely owed you guys a video, so here we go. Coming up for the next week, I was actually going to do a sort of like week in the life video, but once again, I don't think I've got really the time for that. So instead, I think I've got my sister coming tomorrow, which is Tuesday. So we might do a little charity shop run video. We'll wait and see. Thursday, we've got the eBay Open. First time I've ever been to any of this sort of thing before. I don't know when this video is going to be out. It might come out after that. It might come out before. We'll wait and see. But if you're there, say hi to me, and yeah, we can have a little chat. Cool, I think that's it for the video. I've got to get all this packaged up. If you enjoyed what you see, please do subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like button on this video below. We've got a car boot video in the works, but I'm slightly tempted to delay that a little bit. But we'll wait and see. Hopefully the car boots are back next weekend and the videos resume back to normal. But like I said, winter months are coming, so car boots will definitely start slowing down a little bit. Thanks again for all the support, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. See ya!